Hello everybody, welcome to another video of Andrew and Nicole. In this video, we're going to take a look at all the fiber plans available here in Metro Manila, where I personally lived in. We're going to take a look at all the different fiber plans of each company. Okay, we have Converge, PLDT, Globe, Sky, Eastern, and Dito, or for the cellular option. And we're going to look at and going to give you my inputs and my insights and how to choose the right ISP for you. I look at all the internet providers, and the criteria for me to choose their plans, because some providers offer still DSL. So number one, it should be a fiber plan. Okay, number two, it should have no data limit. Okay, some fiber plans offer this speed, but you get a certain data cap. So I choose all the unlimited plans. And all postpaid plans and all residential plans. Now, there are different factors for you to choose the right ISP. Okay, number one, you have to check your service availability. I may say that like Converge is the best or PLDT is the best, but in your area, there's no Converge or PLDT. It defeats the purpose. So you have to check. Now, I'm presenting all of these company brands for you to choose on your own. Number two, you also have to recognize that after-sales service is also important. Now, of course, you will hear horror stories of PLDT or Converge, even Globe or even Sky. All of them actually, sometimes it's a hit or miss. So if you find that your service provider for your area is lacking, meaning the after sales is lacking, you might opt to choose a different one. Now, thirdly is the saturation in the area. Okay, sometimes the fiber connection, yes, it's fast, but if you share many users share the same bandwidth, sometimes it gets slower. When I say sharing, I'm not talking about within your own household. Sometimes they shared with the other account holders, other houses. Now you also have to choose and decide on your own for the price to megabits per second that you're willing to pay for. Okay, so and of course the speed requirement, the bandwidth that you'll be looking for, you have to decide on that. And if you need the dedicated IP address, of course, sometimes these fiber plans do not have a dedicated IP addresses, so you have to ask around. Okay, usually those are for the business lines or for the higher cap or higher monthly service fee internet fibers that they allow dedicated IP address for another on top fee. Then again, remember, there is no perfect ISP. There is no one size fits all, so you have to decide on your own what kind of ISP that you're looking for. Okay, so this video will be going into details, but if you don't have the time to watch the whole video, I have an analysis summary, okay, down below. So these are my sweet spot analysis on the different speeds and different providers that are, for me, are good. Okay, so you can pause the video, take a screenshot for 200 Mbps FiberX. Okay, I've divided the speed into chunks, from 200 to 400, 400, and about 600. Okay, so you can watch this, and this is the TLDR if you don't want to watch it. So depending on the bandwidth requirement, you will have to choose all of these. Alright, so let's dive into the different plans of each provider, and I'll start off with Converge. Okay, so Converge started out fairly recently. I think they were just around about 10 years, or should I say, they started investing on their Converge. The Converge started investing in their fiber facility early 2010s. So personally, I am a happy Converge user. I've been with the Converge for 7+ years already. And when I started, it's only just 25 Mbps. Okay, so now they keep on upgrading their plans. And I think Converge is a fiber, should I say, disruptor for the industry, because what Converge did forced the other competitors like Globe, PLDT to bump up their speeds, make the connection faster. Okay, so let's dive in for the Converge. They have different plans, so FiberX. Okay, the FiberX this is the most basic connection that you can have. So for FiberX, we have 200 Mbps up from 100 Mbps. Okay, so it used to be that the connection for the fiber 1500 is 25 Mbps, as I was mentioning a while ago. Now then they upgraded, they created a, let's say, add-on boost for 100 pesos, you get 35. Then they made it 100, I think it's 100. Then with the boost it's 150. Now the base plan is already 200. With the boost plan 250. Okay, so FiberX 1500 and FiberX 2000 is 400 Mbps, and you can, you know, just look at the website. Actually, they've been boosting up their speeds, you know, from I think the Fiber to X2 2000 before was 50 or so, and 50 or 75 Mbps at the start, no. But now look at that, it's 400, and we have Fiber X2 2500 for 600 Mbps, and Fiber X 3500 for 800 Mbps. Okay, they created a exclusive parang it's like a VIP plan, no? So from 800 to 1 gig Bps. So if you're looking for 1 gig, 7,500 is the price to pay. So most households do not need 7,499 or 1 gig unless you're a heavy user and you have a big household. Okay, now let's look at PLDT. Okay, used to be PLDT only offers DSL. They've been around for, you know, time immemorial. They've been with us, no? So now they have up their fiber plan game, no? So they have different tiers, no? So they have fiber only all, fiber only, and fiber plus. Now under the fiber only, you have 200 Mbps and 50 Mbps. Now what does fiber only all includes? Now apart from your connection speed, they provide you a cable connection or the signal. Okay, and the landline, that's the added value, and of course this PLDT Home Health Pass. Now I don't know what this is about, but of course you're watching this video, you don't really want to know about this one. You're just interested on the speed. Now the very basic plan is the fiber only 1399. Okay, so for 1,399 you get 50 Mbps. Okay, now if you want the fiber only plan, they have the very smallest or the slowest is the 200 Mbps. So again, they still have the landline with them, and the 400, 600, 2699, and the 1 gig. For the 1 gig, they don't have a listed price. Most likely, it's either 7,500 or maybe higher. Okay. So now Fiber Plus, what is Fiber Plus? Okay, so they start from 400 Mbps at 2399 every month, that's peso, and 600 at 2999 every month, and of course for the 1 gig price available upon request. Now this one includes the Wi-Fi router mesh. Now personally, I don't really need the Wi-Fi mesh. I don't really think that this is even a good deal, no? Later on, I'll have a spreadsheet to show you all the different comparisons. So personally, I don't think the Wi-Fi mesh is worth it. So if you want to check if your PLDT is available in your area, maybe just go for the very basic. This is one, the fiber only, the 200 or the 400, depending on your connection. Now, some of the PLDT plans are also competitive. Okay, so you'll see later on. Okay, so they still also have some their own like my own Wi-Fi, but this one I feel like it's like a gimmick. It's like a additional account on the existing fiber plan that you have. So, but if in my opinion, just get the fiber only plan. Okay, so this one without the added frills. If you think that the value of the cable TV, the signal is better, you can go for the only all plans. Okay, so let's go to Globe. Okay, so Globe also has a fiber connection. They start from 1699 up until 7499. Unlike Converge and PLDT, they have a add-ons like Disney Plus. They have some, you know, sometimes they provide Amazon. So you can choose, again, depending on your area availability. Okay, so for 1699, 200 Mbps, as you can see, it's still more expensive than the Converge. FiberX. Next is Sky. No? So for me, Sky has been very is lagging behind the times. No? So they're not really upgrading too much, or they cannot give you the speed other competitors are providing. So take a look at this one. No? They're fiber only broadband plans. They still start at 30 Mbps for $999. And take note, this is just a promo. From 20 Mbps, they will upgrade you for 30 Mbps for $999 up until only December 2023 this year. So, you know, Sky, get up your game, no? And next, they have 75 Mbps from 30 Mbps. No? They call this best value. Now, depending on the capacity to pay of your household, you might just be able to pay 1,000 pesos. So for 1,000 pesos, what do you get? Only 30 Mbps. Okay, and maybe for 1,000 pesos, I may suggest you get a different plan altogether, maybe just using your cell phone data. Okay, maybe it's still faster. Okay, so for Sky and fiber only, you have 150 Mbps for 1,699 per month, and 2,299 for 200 Mbps. They also have like PLDT, since Sky Cable Sky is known for their cable subscription. They also have a fiber plan that comes with a cable subscription. So for 1,699, you get 100 Mbps plus you have 16 HD channels and SD channels. No, so if your family or your older parents, or should I say seniors, wanted to have a cable TV still at home, maybe Sky is an option for you. So they have a plan up to 200 Mbps at 2,999. Okay. Lastly, we have Eastern. Eastern Communication is a little smaller ISP provider or ISP. So they have from plan 1188 or 1,188 pesos up to plan 2588. Okay, so let me just run through. Okay, so for plan 1188, they're doing 50 Mbps. Okay, so Eastern and Sky Cable, you know, they're the one competing with one another. But one thing I want to note for Eastern, okay, so far I have an experience with Eastern because I used to have a subscription with them for their DSL. Their service is good. Okay, if you call them up, they would answer you usually, you know, without waiting too long, and their scheduling of their service providers usually comes within 2 to 3 days. Okay, so it's you know, it's kind of a trade-off. All right, so for 1288 you get 80 Mbps, 1388 100 Mbps, and 1588 150 Mbps, 1688 200 Mbps, 2088 to 300 Mbps, 2288 you get 400 Mbps, and lastly 2588 500 Mbps. So their highest plan is 500 Mbps for 2588. Now another option that you might want to consider is this one. If you are highly mobile and you're doing, you know, you're just you who are working, don't need to share, maybe you can use this one, the 5G unlimited data from Dito. But again, Dito is not a pure fiber connection. They use the over-the-air cellular data. Yeah. So they also have a cap version, 590. So yeah. So this one. Okay. So you have like a Wi-Fi router, but again, for unlimited data, you have to pay 1,500 a month. They have a promo now, 745 per month, but again, that's only good for 6 months. Now, this one, if you're really on the budget, maybe this one will be better than the Sky Cable, okay, that I was mentioning a while ago. Okay, so let's look at the summary. Okay, so summary. So I made a side-by-side comparison, and I hope you'll be able to appreciate this one. So from monthly service fee of $999 up until $7,499. Okay, so I will leave a link of this Excel sheet or Google sheet in my video description if you are interested to check it out your own. feel free to get it. I'll share it to you guys. Okay, so if you're gonna take a look at the whole spectrum, or the current status of the fiber connection here in the Philippines, actually we are still behind other countries. Other countries, for a measly fee, they already get a gigabit connection. Okay, especially South Korea or the Singapore, or highly progressive countries. Okay, but we are already in the right track. Okay, we are doing we are better off in the last 5 years in the fiber connection. Okay, so again, I made this Excel based on the monthly service fee. Okay, so if you're depending on your budget, where it will fit, okay, from 999 until 7499. Okay, so what do you get? Okay, so these are the things that that you can get. Now I highlighted these plans so that I can share to you, make recommendations. Now, when I talk about the peso per Mbps, okay, so what does it mean? If you divide the amount you pay every month for the speed that you'll be getting, you'll get the equivalent peso. For example, so for 200 Mbps, okay, I pay 1,500 pesos. So meaning for every Mbps, that's 7 pesos and 50 cents per Mbps. Okay, so you can look at, you can somehow make a metric to compare apples to apples on a per ISP. Okay, so these are the highlighted ones, are my recommendations. Now, I think the 1699 is where the competition really boils down to, because that is the somehow entry level. Okay, if you want to experience fiber, you don't want to go to the 999, because look at that, the PHP per Mbps is ridiculous, 33 pesos for every Mbps. Because we only have the Sky Fiber, which is 30 Mbps. So I divided 999 over 30. Okay, so I chose this one. So for example, Fiber 200. Okay, you have an option 1,500 for the only 500 Mbps for Dito. So that's another option. Okay, so if you're only able to shell out 1,500. Now, if you go to the 1699, there's plenty of plans available. So from Converge, PLDT, Globe, Sky Fiber, they have plans available. Okay, so this one, okay, let me just provide you a tip. No, I think the Converge 2,000 pesos for 400 Mbps is the best. Okay, for me, for me. Because 400 Mbps, actually, for most households, you don't really need that much. And the 400 Mbps is really, good enough, especially if you have only, few users at home. Okay. The next one, if you don't have Converge in your area, the next sweet spot maybe is the PLDT 400 Mbps fiber only plan. Okay, 5.25 pesos only per Mbps. Okay, so for Globe, look at Globe, no, it's 300 Mbps only, but not that sulit, no, that's the third. Okay, so if your budget is 2,499 and you want to, find the best speed for that amount of money, the Globe fiber only plan is the best option for you. Okay, so Sky Cable, again, lagging behind. Okay, so this one is good. And if you have another, oh sorry, it's not Globe, no, for 1 peso difference you get Converge Fiber X 600 Mbps, better option than the Globe, okay, in my opinion. So depending on your availability of your area, so that's where you have to choose, no. So for 2699 you get also 600 MB for PLDT, no. So if you want to have some, signal TV, you can opt to get to 299. Now, the value proposition of PLDT, they always include landline. So I think that's a good option, because if you want to pay landline, sometimes you have to add on 300, 350. So they made it a one lump sum. So you might want to consider that one. Now, Converge also came up with the day and night promo, or should I say varying speed of the internet connection. Again, so sometimes you can choose. During the day, you have a faster connection, 800 Mbps, and during the night, you have 600 Mbps, and vice versa. Okay, so you might want to choose that if you think that at home you need faster connection during the day, and etc. Because the peso value or the metric is cheaper. Okay, assuming you only use maximize 800 during the day, it's only 375 pesos. No? So I think okay yun, good deal. Okay, and for 3499, the best is the Globe Fiber 800 Mbps. Okay, and or the Converge 3500 or 4.38 pesos per Mbps. Okay, now what is the game changer? Game changer, Converge also package a router for you to use, but I don't know, I haven't tested that game changer. According to them, it's for the should I say priority latency, you know? So when you're doing FPS games, you need the latency to be very low, you know? So but of course I cannot test it for you, but it's there, so if you're interested to know that. But then they have also 5,000 for the higher throughput game changer elite with the router also. Okay, and 7499 for gigabit. So far our gigabit plans here in the Philippines is still expensive. No? So it's still expensive. Okay, so as I mentioned, the PLDT different tiering plans. No? So, and of course Sky Fiber, you have that one. Okay, so let me go back to my TLDR, the sweet spot. Okay, so I think if you have Converge plans or service area in your house, I suggest you seriously take a look at Converge. No, if you find that you don't have Converge, I think the next one is either PLDT or Globe. Okay, Sky and Eastern maybe not too much, so don't waste your time with them already. All right, so I hope you learned something with this video, and if you have any questions, I'll just feel free to comment down below. And if you need help in determining what is the best internet for you, just comment down below. All right, so we don't have any more nothing to discuss. So it's just a quick summary of all the internet fiber connections available here in the Philippines. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please give a thumbs up and like this video, and subscribe if you find the video useful. Until next time, see you on the next video. Bye-bye.